Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to Story Time with Miss Cat today. We are going to be reading one of my favorite stories from when I was a kid, and you guys are really going to like it. It's called Tumble Tower. So let me show you. So just remember, this is called the front cover, this is the back cover, and then this is the spine. All right, you guys. So I just said our title of the story is Tumble Tower. What's the title? Tumble Tower. Once upon a time, there was a very small princess who was known as Molly the Messy. She was the daughter of King Clement the Clean and Queen Nellie the Neat, and she had one little brother, Prince Thomas the Tidy. So given her name, do you think Molly was very dirty? And her brother and her mother and her father were very clean. Princess Molly and her family lived in a beautiful golden palace on an island in the middle of a lake. Downstairs, the ballroom floor was polished as brightly as a brand new shoe, and the dining room chandelier glittered like rock candy. Upstairs, the master bedroom was so well organized that the king and the queen could find their royal robes every morning with their eyes closed. And Prince Thomas the Tidy had shelves of toys arranged by size and color, and tin soldiers marched across his mantle in a perfect straight parade. But the tower belonged to Molly, and the tower was a disaster. When Molly took off her dress every night, she tossed it on the floor. Some of her clothes had lain there so long that she had outgrown them. When she brought food to her room for a snack, she never ever carried the dishes back to the kitchen. A seed from an old orange tree had sprouted beside her window. Look, see what tree? An orange tree. And when she felt sleepy while she was reading a bedtime story, she just dropped her book among the blankets. Her bed was all lumpy and knobby with half-finished books. What did she leave in her bed? Books. King Clement said Molly's room was a disgrace to the kingdom. Queen Nellie said she was ashamed to let people go up and visit. Prince Thomas said, too bad she's not tidy and perfect like me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look how messy her room is. Molly wasn't the only one who liked her room. The royal cat Harriet liked it so much that when she had kittens, she stored them in Molly's closet among heaps of furry slippers. Look, kittens. And Molly's best friend, Princess Lily, liked it so much that every Saturday she begged to spend the night. She called Molly's room the Room of Riches. King Clement called it a pig pen. He called it Sloppy City and the Den of Disorder and Tumble Tower. On one cold November day, rain fell hour after hour and the lake began to rise. First, it flooded the palace grounds, and next it flooded the lower floor. And by evening, the stairs to the upper floor were halfway underwater. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It's underwater. The king and the queen woke in the middle of the night and discovered that the lake was lapping at the edge of their bed. Help! They cried. So they waded across the hall to rescue Prince Thomas. And then they climbed to the tower. They knocked on Molly's door and called, "Molly, Molly, may we please stay with you?" Molly opened the door. She said, "Well, of course." And she jumped out of her warm, dry bed and ran to let them in. Prince Thomas was soaking wet, so she helped him into some outgrown pajamas that were lying on her toys chest. King Clement was hungry, so she served him a half sandwich that she had left over from afternoon snack. And Queen Nellie was thirsty, so Molly picked several oranges from the orange tree by her window and squeezed the juice in last week's cocoa mug. The three of them climbed into bed with her, and to take their minds off their troubles, Molly read them a fairy tale that happened to be under her pillow. When they got sleepy, she tucked them in at night, and Harriet and all 6 of her kittens nestled into blankets around them to have a nice snug. In the morning, they awoke to find the sun was shining, the flood was already shrinking, and the breakfast of donuts from Molly's sweater drawer, and by lunchtime, they were able to go back downstairs. Downstairs, the palace was so damp and muddy that the queen almost cried, but the 4 of them pitched in to clean up, and by the evening, the rooms were neat again. Except Molly's, that is. To this very day, Molly's room is as messy as it ever was. Maybe it's even messier because Ernestine, the royal dog, has recently decided to settle her puppies under Molly's bed. But the king and the queen and the prince did not complain about Molly's room anymore. In fact, they even allowed their own rooms to get a little bit more cluttered. This makes Molly feel right at home whenever she drops by to kiss them goodnight. The end. Wow, you guys, that was a really great story. I certainly enjoyed it. But I want us all to go back and answer some simple questions and see if we can use our brain. Question number 1. Molly the Messy was dirty, clean, or tidy? Ding, 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 ding. You're right, she was dirty, and we can tell by going back in the story. She was dirty. Good job. Question number 2. What tree is this that grew outside her window? Was it an orange, a lemon, or an apple? Let's go back in the story and find out. Oh my gosh, it was an orange. So the answer to number 2 is ding, 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 orange. All right, number 3. What was in her bed? Mice, books, or freezer pops? Do you guys remember? Let's go back and look. Ding, 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 ding. Oh my goodness, it is books. So the answer to number 3 is A, books. And last, but certainly not least, question number 4. What is flooding the tower? Is it ice cream, water, or soda? Let's go back in the story and look for a word clue. Let's not even look for a picture clue. Let's look for a word clue. Or we can look for a picture clue. What does this look like? Does this look like soda, ice cream, or water? You're right. It is water. So the answer to number 4 is B, water. Where are you guys? Well, I really hoped you enjoyed this story, one of my favorite stories about a wonderful little family that lives in Tumble Tower. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you again for another story next Monday.